Fun fact, there used to be a time where if you took a cube and you pressed GZ2 and raised it up 2 Blender units and you attempted to do a box cut, it would fail. And whenever a user pointed that out to me, I consider that a fail case so severe that we needed to have that addressed of the utmost importance ASAP. But it also brought about other questions about how far could we cut and what would actually break our systems of cutting. And so with newer systems being added like LaserCut and AccuCut, we wanted to ensure that there are ways to definitely be able to cut at any distance across any shape between your selection. So here I am with 2 cubes selected, and I'm able to just perform cuts without any issue despite the great distance that's between these shapes. And if I were to select even one of them and press Q and just use HardOps to scroll through their booleans, we can see that the booleans that are being scrolled through are scaled accurately between these objects no matter their distance. And I mean, these will work between any distance. I've worked to make sure, and I test it all the time to ensure that even if you have a cube that's, this is a mile away, this is a light year away. In fact, this example is always a pain in the neck to set up, but we have both of our particles selected here, and we'll press period to try to focus. And it's just going to make a fool of me today, but you just have to believe me that if you were dealing with 2 objects in space, in fact, let's try this again. I know I can actually set this up. And we just get it oriented like so. And let's just cheat a little bit by moving them, because rotating it finally to fit will never work. But if we just jump into BoxCutter, we see that we're able to just cut according to view between them without much issue. We saw a little bit of a spike there because of AccuCut sometimes falling short in these great distances in the bounding box calculation. Here's another case where AccuCut failed. Let's try that same cut again, and this time it was a success. In fact, if we're hovering over the surface, it's going to have a little bit more complication. This is something that extends primarily to view. Using object-based orientation will give you problems. Here's another case where LaserCut just did not work out with the AccuCut solution. For this, we are able to actually toggle it off by going under our behavior panel and just toggling off LaserCut, AccuCut. And then if we draw and press spacebar, we see that it will work 1-for-1 every time. And the reason that is, and I will zoom out and show this, is that notice that the AccuCut, non-AccuCut strokes are so much bigger. They're miles larger. They're intended to get the cut according to view no matter what. So we do have 0 fail solutions in place in the event that you're dealing with complications that require that you may need to turn off AccuCut, LaserCut. But we are a big fan of having our cutters actually fit to the cases that are needed, because it just makes things a lot more versatile with Hops tool.